Okay, so I am here today to talk to you about FTP and WordPress, or WordPress FTP Access. Um, if you're just getting started with WordPress or having a website in general, when you start hearing all these acronyms thrown around like FTP, it gets a little scary. Fortunately, FTP is not scary, so stop being afraid of it. So let's talk about what FTP is first of all. FTP is short for File Transfer Protocol. So basically, it's the service or the protocol that lets you send files from your computer up to your website. Obviously, you have to have files on your website for it to run properly, so this is kind of important. WordPress gets around this a lot of the time, especially with hosting companies today who have things like Fantastico installed. So you can kind of get around using FTP, but you can't always get around using FTP. Some of the reasons you might need to use FTP are if your WordPress site broke during an upgrade and now you can't get into it. If you've got a broken plugin that has made your site inaccessible so you can't log into the back end. Or maybe you were tinkering with your theme, trying to change something, and now you've just got an error message on all of your pages, or worse, you've just got a blank white screen on all of your pages. Or if you keep getting notices on your WordPress backend about permissions issues. Okay, so I finally sold you on the idea that you need FTP. So how are you going to get it? Well, the first thing you're going to do is download FileZilla. If you go to this page, really, you should just Google FileZilla because FileZillaProject.org, that's what that says. You'll end up here. So just go to the download page and you can download whichever version is right for you. I downloaded the OS X version because I'm on a Mac here. So you download that, extract it, open it up, and fire up FileZilla for the first time. And that looks something like this. So what we have here is we've got this. The important thing here is the Quick Connect bar at the top. We have 3 fields that we need to fill in to be able to connect to our server and send files to it. The first one is host. The host is often just the URL of your site. So if I wanted to connect to codegarage.com, that would just be codegarage.com. As an example, I'm going to connect to a site that I have but never have used, and it's functions.php.com. Now you need the username and password, and these you're probably going to have to look up like your welcome email from your host, and that is where you'll find those. If not, you might have to get in touch with hosting support on how to find your FTP credentials. So I happen to know mine off the top of my head because I'm nerdy. My username is peter@functions.php.com. Now, depending on your host, you might need to make this look like an email address with the @yoursite.com. You might not. So again, that should be in your welcome email. And then you need your password. So you've got that all entered in. We're just going to hit Quick Connect. See a bunch of stuff go by here, and we are connected. What's shown up over here is actually your website, your web server. Over here is my computer locally. I've got my applications folder, some other folders, and over here I have my website. In this case, I want to look in the HTML folder. For your site, it might be a little bit different. You might need to look for a folder called something like public HTML or even HTTP docs or maybe www. Check for any of those. That's going to get you to your web root, and from there you should be able to find all your site files and change or fix whatever you need to change. Good luck!